All right, welcome back. It's late May 1862. Kind of like a brief update from the last video. Actually, it looks like the last turn we ran wasn't quite correct. Some of his orders were missing, so we actually re-ran the turn. There wasn't a whole lot of difference other than Union moving around more. The one thing that did change is there was no additional battle in Columbus. But we'll get to Columbus, Kentucky in a second. So basically, out here in Virginia, the big news is that Lee is now unlocked and is a general. I'm going to leave things as is for the moment, with Lee just holding Richmond. But eventually, Lee will take over complete control in Virginia. It's actually, you can see that, let's see if you can see it here. You can see from Richmond, Lee can basically go all the way into Maryland and then even down into North Carolina for his control area. So we'll need to have a couple more corps commanders, or once we can get those, it'll be time to swap out Lee with swap out Johnston with Lee, and then figure out what to do with Beauregard and Johnston. Out in Kentucky, I've restructured the force where Bragg has just a few regiments that will be in Columbus. You'll see that he's being promoted to a 2-star. A.P. Stewart is also being promoted to 2-star and is on defend and hold at all costs. Meanwhile, Jackson's 2 divisions plus will do a concerted attack on the region. In addition, Polk will rail over to Henry, and Claiborne's division will arrive. So there's a potential for marching to the sound of guns there. Otherwise, there wasn't really a whole bunch of other changes. I'm finally going to try to take back Newport here with the small Knoxville Brigade. Otherwise, we're pretty much sitting tight in Kentucky. Out in Kansas, a couple of regiments have appeared in Lawrence, so we're going to have our brigade on attack and have Shelby move north to kind of get a better view of what's in Fort Leavenworth. Otherwise, we're sitting tight in Missouri. Quantrill's partisans are trying to destroy the railroad in Union. Out west, we did arrive to Santa Fe, and Carson's force retreated, so we'll attempt to assault again this time. Meanwhile, we have a small defensive force that's holding down here in East Anna. So those are pretty much the highlights. We can proclaim partial mobilization again, but I'm not going to do it because we still have our current issues right now are just simply war supply and money. We don't really have a way to get more in those. So we still have 93 conscripts left. Actually, you can see we do have replacements on hand. So hopefully we'll be able to get some more replacements in this turn. We primarily need to replace the force in Missouri, McCulloch's force, and then the forces in Columbus, Kentucky. Wow, a lot of action as far as small battles go. Didn't really see anything happen in Virginia, so we're pretty much where we left off. I'm going to take us out here to Missouri because this is actually probably the most pivotal thing for me, and that is McCulloch's force has been defeated. There you can see what's left of it. Not a whole lot. We do have a force here with Van Dorn, but I don't really know if that's going to be enough to hold off these 2 divisions. So what happened was Lyon railed here and then marched overland versus instead of crossing the river, which was a good move. Here's what's going on up in Kansas. We kind of cleared out. There's a couple of regiments in Lawrence. There's an Indian unit here, and this Fort Smith is still under siege. Probably the big news is we did take Santa Fe. The bad news is that there's no supply there, so I don't know how long we'll actually be able to hold it, but we do at least hold it for the moment. Yeah, I don't. Let's see. Let me just kind of take you through the battles, I guess. Here's the first battle in Lawrence, kind of a skirmish. In Santa Fe, they just surrendered once the assault started. Another battle in Lawrence. Here's two Indian battles out west. We did win in Newport, so Newport is ours again. Here's where we lost in Erie, Missouri. So pretty heavy casualties there. So let's kind of go through and see what else has happened. That's pretty much it. Mostly skirmishes. Here we have our two generals being promoted. Incredibly, the partisans managed to burn the depot in Warren. So, oh, actually, sorry. Let's see. Well, it says they burned it, but it's still there. So I'm not sure what's going on with that. Mostly battles and movements. All right, so we have several brigades and ironclads ready. The Union has declared partial mobilization, and General A.P. Hill is awaiting command. So not a super eventful turn, but I think losing in Erie, Missouri is a pretty big loss. So I'll have to actually see if we're able to what I can put together here that can try to hold Springfield. I'd like to hold it. We do have a smaller division down here, but I think they would not be able to reach Springfield in time. Of course, I could consider attacking Leavenworth with Shelby's force here. Okay, see you next time.